Que Onda Oxnard. So if you've been following me for a while on my social media, especially on Instagram, you might be aware that one of my biggest complaints has been the state of the bathrooms in the public parks in South Oxnard, or lack thereof bathrooms in the parks in South Oxnard. Because some of us don't have bathrooms at our parks and haven't had bathrooms for almost a decade. And other of us might have bathrooms, but they kind of suck. Either there's never any soap, they're dirty, the doors don't close, the locks don't work. Just the bathroom situation in the parks in South Oxnard is very bad. But be careful what you wish for. I guess that could apply to the situation, because apparently the city of Oxnard has hatched this Exiloo design for bathrooms for parks. And I first heard of this design or this concept a while ago, and it was just someone describing it without a video or anything. And just from the description, it sounded terrifying. And today, the city actually dropped this video. And I saw the video. I think I've seen this video probably like 10 times now. And let me tell you, these bathrooms are terrifying. They are terrifying. And these are the bathrooms that the city of Oxnard is going to install either in every single park around Oxnard or in the majority of the parks around here. So let me just show you this video and you can see what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Exiloo. Please press button to close and lock door. Door locked. Your maximum reach time is 10 minutes.
That's terrifying. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that sees this and it's just it looks frightening? I wouldn't consider myself to be a very claustrophobic person, but at the same time, I would prefer not to be in spaces that make me feel like I'm trapped. And looking at this, first of all, from the outside, it looks like you're going to walk into an elevator. This is literally an elevator design. And secondly, you go in, no windows. The door is literally a steel sliding door that's going to completely seal you off. Am I just overreacting? Possibly. The bathroom, you're going to open it with this button right here. So you're going to have to rely on this button to open the door to the bathroom. You're going to rely that this, whatever this system is for this button, is going to be working at all times. And I'm trying to understand, or no, I think that it shows you how to know if someone's in the bathroom or not. I'm pretty sure that this green light is probably going to mean that there's no one in the bathroom. And when there's someone in the bathroom, it might turn red. I think that's just what I'm speculating. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but there are different lights here, and it does say green, vacant, yellow, occupied, red, closed. So if it's red, it just means that it's closed, not necessarily that someone's in there. Yellow means that there's someone in there. Blue means that it's washing because apparently this bathroom is self-washing. Okay. Look at the door. Isn't that terrifying? I don't I don't know how people would be comfortable to use these bathrooms. Okay. So this I'm assuming is a button that's inside the bathroom. So once you press the button on the outside to call the elevator, no, I'm sorry, to open your bathroom, you're going to walk in. The door is going to close automatically, I'm guessing. And then you're going to press this button to lock the door. And then to unlock it, you're going to press this button again. Again, maybe I'm not the most trusting person. Maybe I'm just naturally uh speculative of things, but I would much rather have an old-fashioned door, a doorknob, a lock, a turn lock, something that I know that I can manually, okay, I'm going to turn it and it's going to unlock or it's going to lock and I can open the door. I don't know if I fully trust that the circuitry is going to be working at all times properly and that I'm going to be able to press this button and it's going to lock or it's going to unlock. What if there's something wrong with it? What if there's faulty wiring? What happens if you press this button and nothing happens? And it's not like you can call out for someone because you're basically sealed shut inside this bathroom. So I doubt people are going to hear you calling for help from in here. This is terrifying. The more I think about it, it's okay. Look at that. Like I'm sorry, but look at that. Toilet will flush when hands are washed or when the cubicle is vacated. So it's automatically going to flush, but it's going to flush when you start washing your hands or when you leave the bathroom. Okay. That's kind of new. So touch button to obtain tissue. Now, if I remember correctly, this button was next to the toilet. Do they mean, is this how you're going to get toilet paper? I can't rewind. I wish I could rewind this video, but I'm pretty sure that's toilet paper. And you're getting one single sheet or one single square of toilet paper per button press. I don't know about you, but sometimes it takes a couple to get the job done, if you know what I'm saying. I don't understand why that's a good thing to have to press a button and it's just going to give you one single square of toilet paper. Brother, I'm going to be mashing that button like I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I don't know about you. Okay, but so this is how you wash your hands, I guess. Okay, it dispenses the soap and then that's fine. Okay, and then it's self-washing. Look at this. This is terrifying. And I don't know if you caught it. So let me actually, first of all, let me see if I can show you how I know that that's the toilet paper. So you open the door. Yeah, the door right there. See this right here? This right here? That's what I'm talking about. That's what that is. That's the toilet paper dispenser. It looks like it. That's why I'm saying that you're going to press that button and it's going to give you one single piece of toilet paper to wipe yourself with. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Yeah, see? It looks exactly. Yeah, yeah. They really expect you to wipe yourself with one square of toilet paper. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've watched this video like 15 times already, and every single time I see it, it's just like I can't get used to it. I can't. I don't know if you caught it or if the sound was working when I played the video with sound, but there was a point where the bathroom spoke. I don't know if this is actually going to speak, maybe, I guess, or if they just did the voiceover for the video. But there was a point where the bathroom was speaking and it was saying that you had 10 minutes of use. And this is something that I had seen. Let me stop this in case people get dizzy or something. This was something that I had seen that had been described in the post that I had initially read about these bathrooms, that somehow there was going to be a 10-minute time limit. So now I've discussed this bathroom with quite a few people, and one of the questions that keeps coming up, or one of the concerns that people keep having, is what is this 10-minute time limit? And what happens when you reach it? So the bathroom is telling you, hey, you have 10 minutes to use this. So what happens after 10 minutes? Do you get locked in? Does the door open? Do you get ejected out of the bathroom? Like, what do you mean? First of all, what do you mean a 10-minute? No, not even. Let's not even say first of all. Let's just, like, what does that even mean? Because this is something that hasn't been answered, and I don't see anyone answering what that means, actually. But now let's get into it. Let's get into 10 minutes to use a restroom? Are you kidding me? I don't know about you, but sometimes, I mean, if I'm just going in there and I'm just doing number one, I guess, yeah, I can get in and out in 10 minutes. It's relatively fast. But sometimes, when you're going number two, stuff happens. Sometimes maybe you didn't drink enough water that day. Maybe you're not getting enough fiber in your diet. You see what I'm getting at? Maybe once you're done and you're cleaning up after yourself, sometimes I know at least for me, I like to be very thorough when I'm cleaning up after myself. So sometimes that takes me a little bit of time. So what happens if I go in there and I'm trying to do my business, I'm trying to do number two, and I'm sorry, but it takes me more than 10 minutes? What's going to happen, first of all? Second of all, why are you giving people time limits to use a bathroom? That is super weird. What about disabled people that need more time and more help to use the bathroom? What about children? And now, see, this is actually my biggest concern, and this is why I want to know what happens after the 10-minute time limit, because I work at a daycare. So I spend a lot of time at parks with a lot of children. And often I help them go to the bathroom. Even if they're a little bit older, I still go with them to the bathroom. I check the bathroom out. I make sure that no one's in there. I make sure that they're safe to use the bathroom, stuff like that, right? I can tell you that, especially with younger children that are learning how to use the bathroom, learning to use public restrooms, it takes time. What's going to happen? Now, are we going to have to be hurrying up the children? Hey, hurry up, hurry up. Like, I've sat in bathrooms, or I've waited in bathrooms at parks for a child that is using it easily for more than 10 minutes. I can tell you that. That's kind of common, actually. Or it's common that I'll go into the bathroom and maybe I'll have two kids with me and they both want to use the bathroom. So one's going to use the bathroom first and then the other one's going to use the bathroom. That's going to be more than 10 minutes in total for both of them. And now you're telling me that the bathroom's not going to flush unless you open the door or you wash your hands. So the first child, let's say I go in there with only two kids. The first child's going to use the bathroom. They're going to take however much time. They're going to get up, whatever, be done. That bathroom's not going to flush unless that child washes their hands. So now, as the child is washing their hands and the toilet flushes, the other child's going to have to go either while it's flushing, which let me tell you, especially young kids, they hate the flushing sound that toilets make. That scares them. And I can only imagine how loud it's going to be inside that completely sealed off space. So now the first child's going to wash their hands. That thing's going to flush. I can assure you that if it's a little kid, the kid's going to be sitting there. The second kid, like covering their ears. They're going to wait until that toilet flushes, and then they're going to sit on the toilet, and then they're going to do their business. And then they have to get off and have to wash their hands. That's going to be more than 10 minutes. And that's only if I'm in there with two kids. Now, this is my other problem with that and my other issue. As a daycare worker, who I often take kids to the park, legally, I am licensed to be by myself with up to 8 kids. So I can legally take 8 kids to the park by myself. I work at a daycare. We have more than 8 kids, but there is more than one of us working there. Okay. There's 2 or 3 of us working at the daycare at any given time together because of the amount of kids. It's just daycare things, daycare regulations, that if there's a certain number of kids, there has to be a certain number of workers. But an individual daycare worker like myself, I can take care, or I am certified to take care by myself of up to 8 kids. And let me assure you that I've been by myself at parks with 8 kids. Now, the kids at my daycare, and I know that other daycares are similar, the age ranges they vary greatly. So it's different. I'll be at the park by myself with 8 kids, and their ages will range from anything from the youngest will maybe be like 4, maybe even younger, maybe 3. And the oldest will be like 11 or 12. And then, everything in between. So my saving grace, because let me tell you that, first of all, taking care of kids is very hard. Being at the park by yourself with 8 children is very difficult. Okay. You're responsible for all of them. You're responsible to keep everyone safe. You're responsible to know where everyone is at any given point. Sorry, I'm just opening the window because it is actually getting kind of hot in this room. So you have a lot of responsibility, right? My saving grace for when we used to have bathrooms at the parks, at this park here behind Channel Island High School, actually, specifically. My saving grace was that when there was 1 or 2 kids that had to go to the bathroom, I can't let them go by themselves, right? It's up to me and it's my responsibility to make sure that they're safe, to make sure that the bathrooms are safe. But at the same time, realistically, I can't make all 8 children go inside the bathroom with me. But I can take as many as I can. And that's what I do often. So if I'm at the park with the kids and 1 or 2 of them has to go to the bathroom, I will make sure that at least I have the youngest ones with me. They're going to go with me no matter what, because I need to keep an eye, especially on the younger ones. So I'm taking now most of who are probably going to be toddlers. So from like 3, maybe to like 5 or 6 years old. They're all going to be with me for that one kid who has to go to the bathroom. And then maybe the older ones who are 11 or 12 are going to still be outside playing in the swings or something. But I'm going to make sure that they're within earshot of me. I can hear them. And then what I like to do personally is that I would go in, I would make sure that there's no one else in the bathroom, or if there's someone who's using the toilet or whatever in there, I like to make sure to see what's going on, that they're safe. I encourage the kids obviously to go into the stall. And what I like to do, and what really helps me with these public bathrooms before, was that they're open. So it means you go in and you go into the bathroom and the door's open. But when you go into the bathroom, obviously each stall has a door, right? So I would go in, I would take the little kids with me. The big kids would stay in the playground. I could hear them, but obviously I kind of still want to see what they're doing, see that they're safe. So I would make sure that the kids are safe in here. They're doing what they have to do. And I would kind of be going back and forth, like inside, outside, inside, outside. Like I could quickly walk outside, check on the other kids that are still on the playground, come back in, check on the kids that are inside. So I'd like to do that back and forth, right? Because like I said, realistically, I can't have all 8 children they're not all gonna go inside the bathroom, especially not the big kids. Okay. So what really helped me was that I could just go back and forth, check on the small kids, check on the big kids, check on these, check on them. What am I supposed to do here? What are other daycare workers supposed to do here that are by themselves? And I don't happen to have my coworkers, because again, I am legally allowed and I'm certified to be alone by myself with 8 kids, because I can. I can take it, that I can take care of 8 kids. What am I supposed to do here? What are we supposed to do here? Am I going to have to take all of the kids with me into the bathroom now? Because I can't be going back and forth, because once you go in here, you're going to be sealed shut. Like I can't be constantly opening and closing the door because there's a kid using the toilet right there. So what are we supposed to do in this situation? Because I'm not gonna leave a child in this bathroom by themselves. I'm not, especially not a young child. I'm not. But I can't leave the other children outside without me being able to see them, without me being able to hear them. Because once I'm in here, I don't think I'm going to be able to hear the kids outside, and I can't. So that's what I'm thinking. When I see this, that's what I'm thinking. What am I going to do with these kids now when they have to go to the bathroom? And this is something also that I've spoken with other people, and this is my biggest frustration with the people that run the city, with the people that do any type of urban planning or city design or anything. These are people that don't actually use these things. These people don't use the public spaces that they design. Because if there was a single person in this meeting room when they were designing these bathrooms, if there was a single person that used public bathrooms regularly, like me with children, or just any other person that regularly used public bathrooms, they would have cited all of these flaws quickly. But none of these people that design any of this use these things. That's why they don't even know. That's why the city sits there and they look at this and they think that this is a good idea. Because they don't use it. They don't use it how a lot of us use it. They don't rely on it. I think that a lot of Oxnard's infrastructure, a lot of Oxnard's public space designs, a lot of the buildings and stuff like that are being built, a lot of just this planning would be vastly different if the people that are doing or making the decisions at the top actually relied on this. If the people of Oxnard actually relied on public bathrooms, used public bathrooms regularly, this would not be happening. This design would not be happening at all. And the same thing with other aspects of the infrastructure. If the people that made the decisions in Oxnard actually relied on something like public transportation, I can assure you that the buses and the public transportation system in Oxnard would be vastly different. But these people don't rely on any of this. That's why they just give us this, sorry to say it, but crap. And they expect us to be happy. And they expect us to be, oh, thank you so much. Because they don't know that what they're making is garbage. This design is garbage. Like, this design has so many questions. I'm telling you, only someone who is never going to use this could see this and be like, oh, wow, good job. We did it, guys. But now, as someone like me who's going to use it and use these bathrooms regularly, especially with children, I have so many questions. I have so many concerns. And that's why I get so frustrated at this city. And then I get so frustrated because even complaining or being critical of this bathroom, I'm sure that a lot of people are going to come back at me and be like, oh, wow, you always find something negative. You always find something to complain about. Yeah, because there are things to complain about. If there's even one negative aspect to the design or the plan that you're trying to implement, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. What are you talking about? Like, this is the city of Oxnard. We ask for bathrooms and they give us this, whatever this is. Whatever this this thing that's going to dispense one small square of toilet paper at a time. This thing that's going to seal you off completely. This thing that is going to only allow you to be in there for 10 minutes. This thing that you can only unlock and lock with a press of a button. This thing that locks itself at the end of the day. I just, I don't understand. I don't understand if it's such a hard concept for the city people to grasp that maybe they need people on these committees and on these chairs and on these planning groups. They need people that actually use these things and rely on these things to give them input. I don't understand why they didn't ask for any type of input from the community or people that actually use public restrooms almost on a daily, especially childcare providers or anybody with children at that matter. Like, I almost hate to say it and hate to be maybe so cynical, but I can probably guarantee you that there are going to be children that are probably somehow going to get locked in here. Either they're going to get confused, they're not going to know how this works. There are people and children who are probably going to get trapped in these things, and then what's going to happen? But at least we got bathrooms. That's what we were complaining about, huh? This is so bad. This is so completely bad. The design is so completely bad and garbage. It really tells me that this was made by people who never used public restrooms before. Like, this is so the main point, or the main reasoning behind the design for this bathroom isn't even for people to use it. That's not the main reasoning behind this design. The main reasoning behind this design, or the main goal of this type of bathroom, is to keep homeless people out. That's all that it is. That's why there's a 10-minute time limit. That's why it's just completely uninviting. That's why. Because they want to keep homeless people out. But in their goal to keep homeless people out, the city makes things so unusable for everyone. So because they want to keep criminalizing and ostracizing homeless people, they make stuff like this that's just completely unusable for anyone, housed or unhoused alike. But again, it all boils down, and all it comes back down to that they don't care, because they don't use it anyway. We're the ones that use it. So we're the ones that have to deal with it. And then they have this attitude for like people like me, that I've been constantly advocating and being critical of the city, that, hey, where are the bathrooms? Where are the working bathrooms? What are happening with the bathrooms? We need bathrooms for the kids. And they do stuff like this. And then people like me speak up and they say, hey, what about this? What do you mean 10-minute time limit? What do you mean we're only getting 1 square of toilet paper? Like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to take all the kids inside? What are we doing here? And they're going to turn around and just say that we complain about everything, that we find a flaw in anything. Watch, I can assure you. That's going to be the reaction of a lot of the city people, and a lot of the people who clap and cheer at any little thing that the city does. They're just going to say that we're complaining, that we're not happy, that we can't get satisfied. Like, we didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this space elevator bathroom. We were just asking for bathrooms. The design of the bathrooms that we used to have were fine. All we were asking was that they work, that they're cleaned regularly, that they have soap, and that we even have them at all. No one asked for this. No one asked for a bathroom with a door that you have to push a button and to open it and to lock it and unlock it. No one asked for a self-cleaning bathroom. And I'm sure as heck that no one asked for a bathroom that is only going to dispense 1 square of toilet paper at a time. We just wanted bathrooms. We were fine with how they were before. We just wanted to have them and for them to work. No one asked for this. But this is the city of Oxnard. Now, I want to end these segments with showing y'all some events that are going to happen. So kind of leave you all on a positive note. So just to plug in my friends and the people that I know, because they're amazing people, and I just want to kind of, I want to brag about them. But also because I want to get this stuff out there, and I want to kind of show you that there are a lot of folks that are doing a lot of good things actually in Oxnard. So I have some amazing friends that are part of this group, Oxnard Birth Workers, which is a group that really promotes support and care for people who give birth. And I think groups like these are really important. So they're going to have a gathering on Saturday, September 2nd at 2:30 from from 2:30 to 4:30 at the Community Roots Garden, which is over there on, I don't know how to pronounce that, Joliet's place. And y'all should really check it out. Y'all should really go meet them. They're really amazing people. I love them so much. And this is how you make connections. This is how you make connections with other people in your community, with other people who are doing things like this and involved in the community. This is how we make interconnecting links and relationships with folks around here, right? And this is something that's happening at Oxnard College, actually. And it's happening today, right now, actually, as I'm recording this. But this is the opening reception happening today. But this is an art exhibit, which is going to be from August 24th to September 28th. So if you're watching this anytime from late August to September, you still have time to go see it. It's at Oxnard College at the art museum that they have, which is kind of like in the back of campus. And it's going to exhibit art from Oxnard College alumni. So these are folks that all went to Oxnard College. There are really amazing artists here that do some really, really cool things. So if you want to go and check that out and support local talent, because let me tell you, Oxnard has a lot of artistic and musical talent. It amazes me. Growing up and being able to share spaces with these really talented folks, right? And again, this is how you learn about Oxnard, learn about the talented people in Oxnard, make connections with folks. So yeah, those are just two events that are happening or are going to happen. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one.